Okay, let's start. I'll open my presentation. Okay, then I'll start with some information about the Faculty of Economic Science of the Higher School of Economics, and then I'll tell you more details about the Strategic Corporate Finance program. Our university and Faculty of Economic Sciences is the first faculty was established in 1992. Today, we have about 4,000 students of our undergraduate and master programs. Higher School of Economics is one of the top Russian universities in economics and finance, as you can see. I will at the beginning tell about a few words about the university, and then we'll move to the program itself. This year, not this year, but this academic year in September, we moved to the new renovated campus in the old Moscow. Today, now, as you understand, we're not able to be here. We are all now online, but I hope in September we'll be able to get back there. We have a library there working 24/7. You may work there, or you can access the electronic resources when you need. In our master programs, you will present your work on your master thesis at the end of the program. I'll tell about this a bit later, but in finance programs, you're expected to make a full-size empirical research to prepare your paper, and you will have access to all the resources needed to make your research. You will have the in-campus and online access to all available finance databases. As you can see here, you will have access to Bloomberg, Capital IQ, Thomson Reuters, and other databases needed to perform your thesis. About faculty itself, today I'm going to tell about the master program, that is Strategic Corporate Finance, but we have surely undergraduate programs, doctoral and non-degree programs as well. Here are several examples of firms where our graduates work after the undergraduate or master programs. As for finance programs, it's more consulting and Big Four. Strategic Corporate Finance is a part of School of Finance. It is one of the departments of the faculty. We also have the Department of Theoretical Economics, Applied Economics, Statistics, Mathematics, and so on. We have many partners, and you will have you will be able to apply for a dual degree program. The first year will be here in Moscow, and the second year, for example, in our partner universities in Europe. But this is not the only option. There are many exchange programs, summer schools, internships available for students. Yes, this is an example of, this is the universities available for dual degree program. In finance, I think Sorbonne is one of the most popular among our students. Here are a list of laboratories and research centers that we have in our Faculty of Economic Sciences. Strategic Corporate Finance works with Corporate Finance Center. You will be able to work in a group to master your paper and thesis with the professionals from these labs. About the career opportunities, as I said, you will have an access to different internships. It also worth mentioning that we have joint departments with big four companies: Pricewaterhouse, E&Y, KPMG. So the professionals from these firms are part of our faculty. They teach several courses from the practical point of view, and they provide us with opportunities to they offer different internships to our students as well. Okay, here are some resources also available for international students, not only international. We have Expert Translation Center that helps with your paper's translation in English if you need and if you are planning to publish it. Psychological counseling is available too. We have hundreds of students' organizations and regular events. Okay, now I want to tell in more detail about the Strategic Corporate Finance program. It's a 2-year master degree program, one of the most popular in finance in Russia. It's focused on corporate finance, but not only. Each year there are about 60 or more students. I'll show a profile of the students a bit later. 6 partner schools and universities for the dual degree programs. Here is the class profile, this year class profile. About half of students are from the Higher School of Economics itself. Our undergraduate students, 23% other universities from Moscow, 7% from the other Russian cities, and about 20% are exchange students from all over the world: China, Indonesia, Canada, UK, European countries, and so on. In many courses, including advanced corporate finance I teach, you will work in small groups, 4 to 6 students with different backgrounds. You would be assigned to each group, and you will make home assignments and different projects in these groups during the whole year, whole first year. This is in my opinion, a very good way to organize your work and to learn to work in groups, to distribute the work available, learn to solve conflicts, and share responsibility. About the courses, first year Okay, for those with no economic or finance background, at the beginning of the first year, you will have adaptation courses in corporate finance and microeconomics. Then we have several mandatory courses during the first year of studies that are macroeconomics, microeconomics, theory of finance, econometrics, and advanced corporate finance and advanced valuation courses. And then you will have a set of elective courses. You will be able to choose between corporate governance, risk management courses, consolidated financial statements. That is actually one of my favorite one, and financial modeling. These are elective courses, but I personally recommend to choose financial modeling, as to my mind is one of the most important in the finance. There is also so-called MAGA Lego courses, elective courses, then where you can choose between from the catalog of the courses of different faculties. It may not be the financial course, it can be anything. You will be able to choose and study this course during the third and fourth, during the second semester of the first year. In the second year, you will have more flexibility, as more courses will be elective. You will be able to choose mergers and acquisitions and restructuring, asset management, international or quantitative finance, or behavioral finance. IT for finance and derivatives, also project financing, are very popular among our students. These are part of the elective courses. You will have to participate in the research workshop during the first and second year. This will help you to choose the topic of your thesis, and then to make your own research. You will be able to present each step of your research, your project proposal, your literature review, your methodology, and finally your results. You will get the feedback from the different faculty members to improve your work. Here you can see some of our faculty members. As you can see, most of them are PhD. As I said, we have joint departments with big four firms, PricewaterhouseCoopers, KPMG, and Ernst & Young, and this provides with good opportunities to find an internship and to understand how these theoretical concepts and ideas applied in real world. They will share case studies, they will share their models, their approach to deal with the problems during our courses. For example, in valuation course, they show real case studies about how they value the firm. Partner universities, Lancaster University in UK, Erasmus in the Netherlands, and University of Amsterdam, as well as Sorbonne and Bologna, as you can see. Many of our students apply for these dual degree programs. And about career track, I already showed some few examples of the firms that our alumni work. Here in more details, it's particularly about the strategic corporate finance course. Surely most of our students, alumni, work in investment banking and consulting firms, as well as asset management and business valuation. But there are many students that decide to work in the real sector. for example, myself decided to choose this track. Now about the preparation, Oksana sent me several questions you have regarding the preparation. On the website of the program, you can find the list of courses you can take to prepare. These all are free courses on the Coursera. I've provided here names and universities. You can easily find them. First 3 courses are for those who are not sure about their mathematical background, and second are about the economics. My personal favorite is mathematics for economists. It's our HSC course, which will help you to prepare to the micro and macroeconomic courses that will be mandatory during the first year. Okay, about the admission, to be honest, I don't know much about an admission itself, but Oksana is here to help and can later answer questions. But here is a some general information about their admission. It would be via portfolio. You will provide motivation letter and your resume, as well as all other recommendation letters, diplomas, publications, and conference participation if you have one, GRE, GMAT as well, and there will be an interview too. As our program is in English, you will have to provide IELTS or TOEFL results, or if you don't have, the internal exam is available. Here are some links which will help you to find information regarding admission itself. And the contacts of my colleagues. Oksana is here, email and phone numbers, and this is my email too. You can also find me on the social networks, on the Facebooks, for example, if you have some questions later or you will need some additional information from me. Actually, that's all I have. And now we have time for your questions. As I see, there are some chat. You can write your questions down in the chat, or you can unmute your microphone and ask a question voice. Okay. Can we choose our group members, or everyone is assigned by a teacher? At first, you will be assigned a team. So the you will be distributed to make sure that you will have people with different backgrounds in your team. If there will be some unresolvable issues regarding this, I'm sure that your opinion will be taken into account. Okay. Oh, Akas, congratulations. I hope we'll meet you in September with me in the corporate finance course. Okay, I had a few questions sent beforehand. I'll start with them while you prepare your questions if you have them. There's been a question regarding the most impactful course or courses. So it's difficult to answer, but I think that financial modeling and corporate finance are the most impactful, as they provide toolkit there is that will be used during your whole career in finance, analysis, and so on. And actually, corporate finance course, it's more theoretical, more conceptual, but it helps to structure your understanding of the finance as a whole and to provide more strategic insights in the future. Okay, there is a question regarding what kind of internship opportunities were the international students able to get. Internship is a part of the very important and essential part of your study. So during the second year, you will be able to choose one of the internships. There are different opportunities available. Some real sector firms, these consulting firms, as I said, Ernst & Young, PricewaterhouseCoopers provide internship opportunities as well. What else? If you're more interested more in research, you will be able you will be provided with the opportunity to participate in their corporate finance centers projects as well. Just a second. About advanced microeconomics, is multivariable calculus required, a single variable is enough? I think single variables should be enough for the advanced micro course. As I remember it, let me check with it and answer a bit later, but as I remember, single variables should be enough. There's been also a question regarding did your employer appreciate that strategic corporate finance program teaching language was English, and was it essential in your employment? Unfortunately, when I was a student of the strategic corporate finance program, it wasn't in English, it was in Russian. But we've been working with the English literature, all the textbooks are in English. And I written my master thesis in English too. For me, it was important as at my job, I work in a department there is responsible for international distribution. And actually in finance, without English, it's almost impossible to have an access to the good literature. So yes, it's important. About the programming in finance, what is the role of programming in finance? How is the financial sector is in demand for it? If you work in some strategic planning and analysis, it can be less of importance. But myself, I haven't studied programming during my master program, but now I faced the need to be able to program to make some not very straightforward models. So I started to learn Python this year by myself online. I personally recommend you to choose one of these courses during the first year in our program. What is the timeline for payment and start of courses? Is there some form of guarantee that there will be in-person classes this fall? To be honest, I don't know. We all hope that we will be able to start in-person classes in September, but I have no idea for now what is going to happen. So about the timeline for the payment and start of the courses, let us get back to you a bit later. We'll send an email to all of you with the answers to the questions I won't be able to answer as this one. The same for the next question. Oh, Oksana answered about the payment. It's 25th of August. Is it possible to combine work with study for working students? Actually, it's very difficult during the first year. To be honest, we have such students. It's not easy for them to combine work with study, as in many courses you have to participate to present your home assignments in class, as in our corporate finance course. So it depends on your work arrangements with your the firm you work for. Myself, when I been studying, I had a part-time job and I was able to attend all the classes. So I was able to combine, but it's not the case in all the firms. So it will be very difficult during the first year. If you choose this option, it will be easier during the second year. There's also been a question regarding what we should do to improve strategic thinking. It's not an easy question, and there is no textbook that will teach you strategic thinking. My recommendation would be to solve cases. You can find many such case studies and textbooks with examples. This is a great tool to broaden your thinking. As for your day-to-day work and day-to-day life, I recommend to ask more questions and try to find trends in your day-to-day job. One more recommendation would be in my work, for example, what I do is always to be curious about what happens in other departments. It will help you to form a bigger picture, to understand different perspectives, and this is what strategic thinking and planning is actually about. And also about the preparation, I've already shown the courses that you may use to prepare from the Coursera. As for corporate finance itself, there are recommendations regarding math and economics. I will also recommend you to if you have no finance background, to take corporate finance course on Coursera. There are several of them, and also I recommend the textbook. This is my for me, it's the best way. Is the textbook of the Bjerg de Marzo corporate finance that will help you to improve your finance knowledge, as we will start in September with the corporate finance course that is already at the advanced level. So it will be easier for you to keep up. Okay, any other questions? As for the master thesis, as I understand, from the next year, there will be projects available. So there will be several groups, several options available to you. And you will be able to work in different groups with on the topic you've chosen. And this can be part of your work on your final paper. You may choose more theoretical, more empirical topics, or there are also projects from the different firms available that are more practical. Option to take classes in Russian. Yes. For example, in the Mago Lego I've mentioned earlier, there are classes in Russian available. You will be able to choose or to attend classes in Russian if you want from different programs, for example. How many students have access to exchange programs in the second year? Do we have a competition of all of us if we choose any partner university? Okay, Oksana have answered that all students can apply. And it depends on your scores.